And so I just wrote down a basic warm up because yeah. So 100 jumping jacks and then 10 bear crawl push-ups just because. All right, go. Neck rotations. Other way. Up and down. Side to side. Your shoulder. Shoulder circles. Other way. Elbow circles. Other way. Cross your chest. Over your head. goes over. Other side. Circle out your wrists and your ankles. I feel like I never do this, but I feel like it's important. Other way. Other hand, other foot. Do the syndrome. Other way. Do you guys do same hand, same foot? Has any opposites? All right, hip circles. Other way. Back bend. Splits. All right, turn both feet, bend the front knee, straighten the front leg, arm, inside arm up. Switch arms. Both arms down, back knee down, straighten the front leg, reach forward. Come back up, collapse that leg in front of you, stretch out that back leg, reach forward, down. Untangle yourself from that and come back into the splits. Turn the other way. Arm up. Switch arms. Both arms down, back knee down, straighten the front leg, reach forward. Sit back up and collapse your leg in front of you. Stretch out that back leg, reach forward. Untangle yourself from that. Come back to the splits. Drop both knees down and do that, I don't know, froggy, twerky, whatever thing. All right, push your hips back into child's pose. Reach over to the left. Reach over to the right. Come back to the center. Weave in this child's pose, weave your right arm underneath your left arm. Switch sides. And release. All right, let's do hip escapes, regular on your forearm, on your hand. This guy over. All right, next, regular bridge, right shoulder, left shoulder. Bridges, bridge. All right, next, sit-up bridges. This sit-up kind of thing. Bridge. Oh, what is it called? All right, next, hip thrust, knee slide, back roll. Hip thrust, knee slide, back roll. If you have the space for the second back roll, go for it. All right, next, gravity rolls. All right, last one's triangles. All right, time. Get your dummies, get some water. We will do some more choking, not choking, lapel thingies. There will be choking, but lapel thingies. All right. So, let's do this. We're gonna do the basic one, but I want you to start off by puppeteering and pulling the lapel. So I'm here, pull the lapel, pass it, extra pull to get them off of you. This hand is free, they're off of you, and you're going to put this one in and dive that through. And then lock, and then get that basic lapel choke. That extra pull is what's gonna get your hand underneath. Yeah, do it that way. All right, time. We're just gonna move on from there. Okay, next. We're gonna pull that lapel over here and get them up. If their arm is dangling and not really doing anything, you can kick your foot up, pull that arm and get that leg over, grab your shin, put this foot on the hip, turn, hip up, get that triangle. So triangle with the details. So lapel, foot, arm over the shoulder, triangle. All right, time. Okay, I'm gonna do this one from different angles so you can see the details, but we're gonna do an omoplata. So here, lapel, foot up. This foot is gonna go on the floor, and I'm gonna move myself at a 90-degree angle to them, perpendicular. I'm going to slip that out, put my foot in front of their face, going to grab, I'm going to keep that lapel, I'm going to grab it with this hand grabs the pants, and get that leg out. Here, I'm both grabbing this lapel and keeping this arm in. I don't want this arm out, so I have the lapel here, I'm tucking this in, trapping that arm, then I'm going to sit up here, finish. I'll do that at a different angle, or maybe I'll lower my camera. I mess up a dummy. Okay, if you know how to do it, do it. Okay. Here, lapel, foot up. This foot is on the floor. Scoot out 90 degrees. We usually push the head. I'm actually pulling this foot up as I'm doing this to make sure that's, this is not going to get trapped underneath the head. This hand grabs this lapel, traps that arm in as I grab the pants or whatever, turn myself to the full 180 of the person, sit up. This hand lets go of the pants. I'll put my hand on the shoulder or the lats, turn, do this gymnastic thing, lean forward. Yeah. Cool.
When are you switching the lapel from one hand to the other, before or during your sit-up?
Before.
Before.
I like trapping that arm because once I kind of like put my leg over their shoulder, they know that it's gonna be an omoplata and they'll try to get their arm out and around. So if I get the lapel and trap it in, at least it'll be in place before I start moving.
So the jacket's still on your foot at that point then, right?
No, wait, which part? Show me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your foot comes out and over the shoulder, and then you grab the lapel and tuck that in. Yeah. It all kind of happens at the same-ish time. Like the time, timing is crucial, I guess, is the word.
Yeah, I think I'm getting the lapel on the wrong side of my foot, maybe, as it's coming over the head. Can you do it again? I'm so sorry.
Sure. Okay. Let me see. Table. All right. So lapel. Add a lapel here, right? I'm still parallel to the person. I'll pull that up. I'll use this foot on the ground to make myself perpendicular. This is like in steps, so I stop at 90 degrees. I'll push the neck, get my knee out, and then put my foot over the shoulder as I grab the lapel, tuck my arm in to trap the tricep so that the wrist is at my hip. I'll continue my 180, right? So now I'm parallel to the person the other way. I'll sit up here. My ducky is undressing himself. This is what I get for not tying up. All right, next we're gonna do that crazy weird choke. So lapel over foot, and they're really hunkering down. I'm going to, you can see that better. Slip my foot out. I'm going to pass the lapel to this hand. I'm going to scoot myself out. Put my leg over. So I went 90 degrees to the person, right? Back again. If you know how to do it, do it. So I pick the person up. They're really hunkering down, can't really do much. So I'm going to slip my heel off of the lapel, going to pass the lapel, thumb towards, or pinky towards the bottom of the lapel, this way. I'm going to pull that in, tuck my elbow in on this side of the neck. I'm going to put my foot on the hip or the floor. Right now I'm going to sit on the floor because dummy is dumb. I'm going to turn, I'm going to push that head, bring my leg around here. I'm going to turn my toes in this way for that leg, keep it there. This one goes down. I'm pulling on the lapel. Yeah. Dummy. wedding is coming apart. Oh, God. All right, who remembers last week's submissions? From when you get the lapel all the way for the basic lapel choke, but then they push your arm. Who remembers? Come on, come on. I'll let you think about it. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller?
I feel like I'm mixing and matching weeks, but
You're mixing and matching?
push their arm over and then you scooch out, you shrimp out, and you reach over and pull them back. No? Is that a different week?
Almost. Not quite pull back. That is for one of them.
Okay.
I'm like fixing my dummies on my. Okay, who else has answers? Jen. She experiments on her dummy to figure out what it is. I changed the insides of my dummy, which is why it's so confused today. Because I was tired of using the 2 reams of paper, so I put trash bags in there, but the thing that held it together is not holding it together as well because it's a different width. Jen?
I vaguely remember something about pushing their arm and then using their arm to choke them.
Yeah. Sarah? Any further details there?
Yeah, what Jen said.
All right. So let's get to the basic setup here. So I'm here, I'm here. I got this. That wasn't what we did last week, but that helps us get this hand all the way over, so we're here. So we're ready to choke, but then they use their arm, their opposite, the side that's being puppeteered, right? They use that arm to try to stop you. You're gonna grab at the tricep, pull it in, right? You're going to watch this stuff. You're going to grab the head, hip escape out, pull this arm in. Why do I not remember it myself? But yeah, you're pushing up the tricep here, you're pulling that lapel, right? And you're holding the head just cause. Right? So that's the first one with this closer arm. The other one with the further arm. So the arm that is not being puppeteered, this hand comes through. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to push it through. That was stuff from my dummy. Push this arm through and across. You're going to hip escape out. You're gonna pull at the lat, armpit. You're gonna pass, watch stuff on the thing again. You're gonna pass the lapel underneath the armpit to the other hand, right? This hand that let go of the lapel is gonna grab at the tricep, and you're going to pull, and like chest in, right? Go. Try to remember it. I need to redo my dummy. It is. Okay. Get all the way to your hand underneath and grabbing the lapels. You have to pass the lapel first, Michelle. Sorry. Yeah, you can do it both ways, but this is, we'll do it this way. Here. Grab the head with that hand. Pull that arm out and tucked.
My question.
Yo.
So I'm trying to imagine like getting the arm over in like real life with resistance. So with resistance, is it more like if you're having a hard time getting their arm over, is it about using their legs to like get them off balance, or is it about you scooting out to the side?
Which, where, what are you talking about? Which part? Which one?
I guess really either, but I think the second one might be easier to think of. So like they've got their arm and they're tracking your arm, right? So they're kind of framed on you. So I feel like just trying to push their arm over, like if they're really strong, like this is going to be hard.
that it's gonna end up being more of a timing thing because they're not pushing. It's not a frame. I'll frame on you guys. I don't use my hands. I always use my elbows, as you probably know. But most people will stop your hands by pressing against them or whatever, or pressing against your arm. But because that force is going in that direction, right? You kind of just wait until you feel like that pressure and you pull that pressure, right? Because right here, I'm going downwards, but I'm like, you know, you're doing something with your arms, I'll push it that way, and then you can push that arm that way. Does that make sense? Kind of, yeah. When I do it to you guys, because I don't want to have my arm go like that, I will, my elbows, as you probably know, I use them as brakes. So when you try to pull me across, like Sarah knows this, when you try to pull me across, I'll put my elbow into your body so that I don't get pulled across. Yeah. I don't know if that helps at all.
Makes sense. I have more of a question around when you're passing the lapel over to this hand and you're trying to, I think when I'm grabbing over, my elbow is flaring out too much. I think I realize I have to come this way and try to sneak it under so I can grab it and pass it again. That makes sense?
Again, which part?
So pull it over, and when you're grabbing your arms already over, you pass, and then when you're coming down to pull it under to pass it to the other hand again. Tricks about not getting this elbow stuck as you're coming to pull it, or do you have to kind of maneuver? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of the time I think I hip escape out to that side to give myself more room. Because if my arm is flared, I'll hip escape that way so it doesn't seem like it's flared anymore. It's like down, right? Yeah. Instead of trying to get this here, I put my body over here.
Yeah, I was imagining them catching my elbow. So I was like, how do I keep it from getting stuck, but able to pull it under and pass it?
I don't think they can catch your elbow if they're facing you this way.
Oh.
And your arm's over there, right? I don't think they'll be able to catch your elbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I like it. I love it. I love these. Can't wait to choke Sabrina. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Hopefully she watches.
Except she mostly likes gi these days, or I only see her doing gi these days. All right.
These days and be
what?
I'll watch these recordings one of these days and come after Michelle.
That's what I'm hoping. It was a challenge.
All right. So now we're gonna do. Okay. Do you want to do a post-workout workout? A little one? I mean, I have like 8 things, but we can reduce it to not 8 things. How about I reduce it to?
I'll give it my best.
I'll reduce it to 6 things. Okay, I'll reduce it to 6 things. Whatever. I don't have to erase it. I'm just gonna reduce it. So the first ones are going to be toe touches, the side to side toe touches. And then leg lifts, mermaid. And then, what the hell does that say? My dummy erased it. Superman, I think is what that says. And then Russian twists. Yeah? If you want to know what the last 2 were, they were side to side leg lifts and Black Widow knee slides, because I remembered what the hell they were called. All right, but we're only doing 6 of them, and I'll call them out. First ones are toe touches on your back. So, everybody on your back, and I'm gonna press play. Are you loud enough? Yes. right, next ones are leg lifts. Mermaids. Keep your feet together like you have fins. Other side. Superman. Last ones are Russian twists. And that is it.
Thank you. Awesome.
Welcome.